Hello my lovelies, welcome back on my channel, welcome to the journey. If this is your first time joining, my name is Willow and I react to music I don't know. Now today we have a Patreon request from Danny. Yes. And he's bringing back some Opeth on the channel. Now I'm so happy about this. I've been waiting, you guys, because like when I'm introduced to something and I really like it, unless I have time to bring it back myself, I don't listen to them. I don't go out and listen to the entirety of their catalog. So like I've just been waiting to listen to some more Opeth. So I am so happy. We'll be reacting to a HARLEQUIN FOREST. Let's just jump into it straight away because I can't wait. But before we do that though, if you do have a request for me, a suggestion for me as well, the links in the description below are my Ko-fi page and my Patreon. On both of them you can leave requests. So anyway, check them out if you want, but for now let's Opeth it up. That is not a saying. Anyway, I'm going to try to be very still with my chair. This is nearly 12 minutes. Okay, I don't know why. You know, I should have expected this. Silly me. Let's just go.
This song is called HARLEQUIN FOREST.
Oh yeah. HARLEQUIN FOREST. It just starts straight away, doesn't it? Oh, not the hand. Alright, mysterious vibe. Oh, the darkness surrounds.
There falls another eye. Vaporized and leaves to play. Insane regrets at the top. Instruments of death appear for her. Wow. Soldiers sable ill, and your battle is justified. In the spirits of demons, as death becomes a jest. You are the laughing stock of the arms of my head. Confession stuck in your mouth, look of fevers reappear.
Ooh.
Nocturnally
Love a good reverbed
helpless,
guitar.
weak in the light, depending on a prayer. Pacing deserted roads to find a seed of home.
It's taking a turn.
They are the trees, rotten pulp inside, never well. Roots are sunken, even from my source. Tired clouds reaching for the lights.
Oh. We're floating. It was very relaxing. Oh. Okay.
HARLEQUIN forest, awaiting redemption for
Oh, what?
a lifetime. As they die alone, no one by the side of it forget.
Oh.
silent. Useless blackened remain, still by your smoldering eye.
He looked angry. I just can't follow. Man. Oh, this one was fun. I feel like, I mean, not that the other one wasn't fun, because I've only reacted to one from Opeth, and it was Ghost of Perdition. Thank you. That was horrible. Entirely different vibe, in my opinion. The other one's definitely dark, sad. This one was kind of fun. I mean, it was also, it's got its moments of darkness. I don't know. I feel like it was just a bit more groovy, maybe, at the beginning, kind of more like, okay, I'll be looking into the lyrics. There aren't that many, surprisingly. I mean, not surprisingly, there were, it felt like there were more. So I had a quick look and I was like, I don't know if I'll read them all on screen, like, with you. And then I was like, oh, it's less than I expected, so let's do it. But like, from the get-go, without necessarily hearing all of the lyrics, just the way that the song was woven, I kind of could picture a story in my head anyway, like how things were unfolding in that forest, you know, with the hounds. And then it was like a bit, it was like mysterious, but also kind of bright still. And then the darkness arrived and I was like, ooh, I think I heard like demons being mentioned. And then I started picturing this sort of like, almost like summoning, and then your shit going sideways. But yeah, anyway, eventually lost track of like where the story was taking me. Like, kind of like just forgot about the story in itself of like where I thought, what I thought was happening, and just being carried by the music. And then we ended in that syncopated portion, long syncopated portion. I was just thinking the entire time while I wasn't able to find the rhythm, because you know, comes a time when you hear it enough that you know where it goes. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe not on the first listen, but then I just kept wondering. I was like, are they like, do they keep changing it up? Because like, it was quite long, so I thought if they keep doing the same syncopation the entire time, eventually you go, you know what the rhythm is. So I was like, do they keep changing it up? And then anyway, I just kept thinking, props on, I mean, I don't know, I don't think I could ever follow the rhythm. If I get slightly distracted just like playing normally, trying to follow a regular, not syncopated rhythm, it ends up being syncopated because I don't pay attention. I'm like, oh shit, I missed the beat. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I just get distracted, you know? That's mostly like when if I'm trying to sing and play at the same time. Anyway, this isn't about me. I just kept thinking like, I could never. I'd be like, I don't know what's happening. Especially for the drummer. Like, he's keeping the time. I mean, I guess they're all keeping the timing in their head, going like, whatever time that was, time signature that was 4/4 maybe. whatever. Everything is 4/4 if you want it to be. Oh, just well done. I can't do it, so to me that's impressive anyway. If we come back in the story, because that's all I was thinking about, but I was like, oh, if it ends that way, it's sort of like, I don't know. Well, I'll go through the lyrics, but it's sort of like suggesting to me, right, there's the walk in the woods, the demons arrive, the summoning arrives, and where the shit goes sideways, shit goes dark, we go through an emotional journey, I don't know, but also we're floating. Also, we vibing, but not for very long. And that's something I want to come back on later on. And then there's this sort of like at the end. It's almost like, the way I see it, there's a road or like a path in the forest, maybe leading out of the forest, unclear. So the path carries on, but we have no idea where it goes and no idea when it ends. Could be any time. Could be you follow the path and then poof, there's a cliff, you fall, but you don't see it coming. I guess this long bit at the end that's kind of like syncopated, like, ooh, obstacles, maybe, perhaps, like just this sort of like state of mind that is like, when is this going to end? I have no idea, and it carries on and on and on, maybe for eternity. We'll see while looking through the lyrics if I'm onto something completely off track. But I guess the other point I wanted to come back on is each section is just long enough, usually, for you to sit comfortably in it. And I'm basing that off of my one moment where I was like, oh, it's gonna do that, and then it didn't. I think it was the bass going like, and then I was like, it's gonna do it again, and then it didn't. It went hard again. But it's like you sit enough, just enough to be like, okay, that's what's happening. All right, I'm liking it. And then they switch it up, and then you're like, all right, it's hard. All right, that's what's happening. I'm liking it. And then it goes back to something else. Sometimes, some songs, some artists will do it like just so like you don't have time to sit comfortably at all. It's just like switch up to switch up to switch up. But they let you sit for like a reasonable amount of time. Almost like sit, make yourself at home, have a little tea, have a few sips, be like, all right, maybe I've got time to start reading. I don't know if my metaphor is coming through properly. What the fuck was that noise? I'll take that as a sign that it is coming through. But yeah, just interesting, just something I thought about and that I quite enjoy, that I quite like, because it's just, but also it's like, it keeps you on edge, but also you're like, I'm enjoying this is good vibes. Anyway, really love the song, by the way. Let's just have a quick read of the lyrics together and see what we find out. But before then, quick special mention, I absolutely loved, I know I forgot the melody already, but there was one vocal that went like that was not that at all, but if you know, I went like, ooh. Special mention, that like did things to me. Anyway, into the trees, past meadow grounds, and further away from my home, baying behind me, I hear the hounds, flocks chasing to find me alone. That's creepy. But at that point in the song, musically speaking, it's not creepy. It's kind of just like, that's what's happening, you know, it's just like, that's the beginning of the adventure. A trail of sickness leading to me. If I am haunted, then you will see. Interesting. Searching the darkness and emptiness, I'm hiding away from the sun. Will never rest, never be at ease. I heard that and I was like, oh, relatable. Will never be at ease. All my matters expired, so I run. All my matters expired? Like, as if one is matter, like literal matter, and it's expired, so that means he did? Is he dead? Is this, I guess, a trail of sickness leading to me? If I'm haunted, then you will see. But he's the one being haunted. But is he, if he's also a ghost of perdition? Sorry, knows one song. Okay, right, so, I'm going to go through that again because I need to figure it out. Searching the darkness and emptiness of the woods within, I'm hiding away from the sun. Will never rest, never be at ease. All my matters expired, so I run. That sounds like a ghost to me. That sounds like someone, like who's died, who will be roaming, hiding away from the sun, like hiding away from the light of the afterlife, of the whatever, heaven, the other side, yada yada, and will never rest, never be at ease, because they're like just roaming the earth. Anyway, and then it repeats, a trail of sickness, yada yada. Maybe they died of a sickness. There falls another vapor, hands released the blade. Insane regrets at the drop, release the blade. Insane regrets at the drop, almost like a guillotine. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Vapor hands, I love that idea. Vapor hands. Instruments of death before me. The guillotine. Lose all to save a little. At your peril, it's justified, and dismiss your demons. I knew demons were involved. Not in that sense, though. I thought it was a literal, like, summoning of demons in the woods. My mistake. And dismiss your demons, as death becomes a jest. You are the laughing stock of the absent-minded. The absent-minded? The absent? That is glorious poetry there, and play on words. It's like you can be absent-minded, but also drink a lot of absinthe, because it's written like the alcohol, and be, you know, see the green fairy, be in another world, a bit out of your mind. Literally absent-minded. Fuck, okay. Give me more lyrics like this. Any songs with lyrics like this. I mean, I guess I don't always go into the lyrics, so tell me if I need to. Confession stuck in your mouth, a long gone, fevers reappear. Fever, the sickness, nocturnally helpless and weak in the light. Depending on a prayer, pacing deserted roads to find a seed of hope. Roaming the earth. They are the trees. What, the seeds of hope? Or the ones roaming, waiting, like, weak in the light? No, the seeds of hope. Mate, I feel like that would make sense. Because it grows from seed, literally. Rotten pulp inside and never well. Relatable. Roots are sucking, thieving from my source. Tired boughs reaching for the light. Yes, they are the trees. Depending on a prayer. But they can't be pacing deserted roads, so it can't be that. Thieving from my source. Is this... Wait, let me carry on. I have a theory. It is all false pretension, Harlequin Forest, awaiting redemption for a lifetime. As they die alone, they are the trees? Don't let the trees die with no one by their side. Are they forgiven? I forgive them. They've done nothing, the trees. Stark determination, poisoning the soul. Unfettered beast inside. Claiming sovereign control. This is taking turns. Like, I had no idea this was gonna take me there. Now, the theory I had, and I'd have to go back to the beginning to see if it works, and I don't want to do that, so you let me know. It's just from that soul earlier when it says, roots are sucking, thieving from my source. And then it almost felt like, obviously, roots are going through the earth, and I was like, is this a song about, like, from the perspective of, like, Mother Nature being like, everything's dying, and they're, like, sucking at my source, but, like, they're still weak in the light because pesticides or whatnot. Like, is this an environmental crisis song? Anyway, it could be. Who knows? There's a lot going on in my brain right now. We started from summoning demons to being this is Gaia. And also, why do the trees need redemption? I am so confused. Okay. And now the woods are burning. I'm onto something. Tearing life crops asunder. Useless blackened remains. Still pyre. Smouldering. If we go back to the beginning. Wait. Let's go back into the trees, past middle grounds, and further away from my home. So it does sound like it would be a person. Maybe it would be like a personification of Mother Nature, like Gaia, as like someone who can move. I hear the hounds. That calls for like the idea of hell or the underworld. Trail of sickness, like the sick trees, the sick nature. All my matter's expired, so I run. I feel like this could still work. I feel like this would work to be a message about the environment. I think this works. Anyway, in my head it makes sense. It's probably not what this is about. Maybe, yeah, just a soul going into the trees also, and then the seed of hope would be the trees, but here they are, fucking burning. Maybe that, oh, maybe that person is dead. Maybe they actually died in the woods, and then the roots are growing through their corpse. So that's why they're thieving from their source. This was a lot. This was a lot more than I expected to be diving into the lyrics. But you guys, let me know what you think. What's your interpretation of the lyrics? If you know what this is meant to be about. You know, sometimes bands do say what they were writing about. But I really, really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, this was great, and I think this video is long enough, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy watching the video and the reaction and the semi-analysis and the existential crisis that I went through, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more Opeth. I would definitely like to have them back on the channel. If you'd like to leave a request for them so they'll come back a bit faster, coffee's in the description below, the link to it. But if you'd like to support the channel a bit more, there's also my Patreon, where you also get requests depending on the tier that you choose, and some exclusive content as well, some exclusive reactions, and some tarot readings, because clearly I'm into some deep, dark, occult, spooky things. Speaking of spooky things, I also do have another channel on which I like to talk about all of that sort of stuff, witchcraft and ghosts of perdition. I'm gonna stop, and guess what? I also have a podcast, so you can check all of those things out, or not, I don't mind, but it'd be nice. Everything's in the description below. For now, I will go rest my brain. It needs a little nap, I think, after all of this thinking. Thank you for watching. Bye!